I'm Tanoy, and today I'm here to present my project on cloud security. In this project, we intend to set up a WordPress website on an AWS EC2 instance, and we are using an Ubuntu machine for this. So we install it on a LAMP stack and security using multiple AWS tools and third-party tools as well. So as you can see, we launched an Ubuntu EC2 instance and allocated an elastic IP as a public IP. And so if you go to the security settings, security group settings, uh, I, we configured HTTP, HTTPS, and SSH traffic as inbound rules in the security group. Further, we connected the instance using SSH. And the next step was to install the LAMP stack, which stands for Linux, Apache, MySQL, and PHP. So the Apache is for the web page handling, and MySQL is for handling the database. PHP is to run dynamic content for the website. Once this is installed, we inst- we verified the Apache is running and enabled in the system. The next step is to download and configure the WordPress package and configure it with the Apache web server. Uh, we registered our domain uh, using a hosting services called Hostinger so that the website can be accessed to custom domain, which is uh, cyberstudent 2025.shop. Uh, to secure the website, we enabled the SSL TLS encryption using a service called Let's Encrypt so that the website traffic is encrypted. Here, as you can see, uh, the website is configured with the SSL TLS encryption. We have also configured AWS CloudWatch. So CloudWatch is basically an AWS-powered monitoring and analysis tool, which can provide metrics based on different in the specifications of an instance. So in this case, in our Ubuntu instance, we have the CPU utilization metrics here, and we have the disk read operation metrics here, and we also have the ABS read OPS metrics, and we have the network connectivity metrics, which are basically the inbound network and the outbound network metrics. And we also have the CPU usage metrics here. So we have enabled this for the better understanding of device performance and so another third-party monitoring and analysis tool which we installed and configured for our Ubuntu instance is Datadog. So through Datadog we get application-specific metrics. So in this case, we have enabled Apache Web Server and we have obtained metrics specific to the Apache Web Server. So here we can see the memory usage for each of the services running in the uh, machine, and we can see the memory breakdown for each of the services, and we can also see the CPU usage by our virtual machine. Uh, if you come here, we can see the domain specific page for Apache, where the status of the web server is monitored and request received to the web server per second is obtained. We can also see the Apache specific information regarding the rate of network communication and the Apache performance metrics all here.
Hi, my name is Elias Davis. So I will be explaining about the WordPress plugin. Yeah. So now we will look into the WordPress security plugin in deep by accessing the web page. So here we can see the option to configure the firewall and an automated scan. Also, in this website, we can see the live data of attacks attempts on the website. Now let's see the firewall configuration. Yeah, as we can see, the web application firewall is enabled. We can block the specific URLs and also configure the rules according to the different cyber threats. Uh, Also here, we can also set up the brute force protection uh, protection techniques such as lockout after how many login failures, lockout after how many forget uh, password attempts, count failures over what time periods. Moreover, we have an additional options available in this website, which gives an extra layer of security to the website. So now let's see the Malcare plugin, which provide us a deep overview on the website protection against the malware. Here we can see there are three different layers to protect it from the malware attacks, which are ozone layer, cortex layer, and carbon layer. Each of these layers has a different configuration, which helps us to protect the website from different malware attacks.
Myself, Alex Isaac. In here, we perform Varsha scan analysis to examine the network traffic from our Ubuntu machine to the outer network. We here filtered the traffic only for port 80 and 443 request. In here, we can also observe that most of the communications are done using the HTTPS using TLS encryption. We can see some HTTP requests also here. We can see the packets here with client hello and server hello request also here. We can see that the client hello and server hello, yeah. And this confirms the TLS is being used only for the communications. And we can see the multiple TCP requests with synchronization. Here's that synchronization, acknowledgement, and the recent messages. Then we can also see get, post, head request for HTTPS communication. Here, perform the detailed scanning using the tool Nmap. We perform the detailed scanning of our Ubuntu machine using the Nmap tool. So the scan is done to identify open port and services in the system which can be exploited by the attackers. We can see the port 80 is open and the HTTP server version is 2.4.58. We can also see the port 443 is also open. Yeah, here we can see that. And which is HTTPS port. This contains a web server user HTTP for the communication. We can also see the port 2222 is open, which is used for the SSH access during other administration. Here we can see the machine uses for the SSH version 9.6. Yeah. And another port which is open and running port is 3306 and which is used by the MySQL database. We have conducted vulnerability scanning using the Nessus scanner. As we can see here, there are multiple vulnerabilities in the WordPress website obtained through our scanning process.